Okay, so today we're going to learn about living and non-living things. Can you tell me what determines a non-living thing?
No.
How about a living thing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So today we're going to establish an acronym that helps us, like a checklist, to determine whether something is living or non-living.
Excellent.
So our acronym is Mrs. Gren, and we're going to go through each letter individually and determine what letter is associated with what part of the checklist.
Cool.
Okay, so first we have M. What do you think M might mean?
Movement.
Okay, cool, excellent. That's right, M is for move. Now from this, we can establish that all living things need to move, even something like a sunflower. For example, as the sunflower grows, and when the flower comes out, the part of the flower will turn to face the sun. Excellent. How about R?
I don't know.
Okay, no worries. So, R is for respire. Now by respire, we mean breathe. So all living things need to breathe. Even a plant will take the oxygen. S. What do you think S might stand for?
Sense.
Close. So S is sense and respond, which means that living things can sense the environment around them and respond accordingly.
Okay, cool.
A perfect example is again the sunflower from Move. So the sunflower senses what's going on with the sun and then will turn or move to respond to that change. How about G?
Grow.
Good one. That's perfect. G is for grow. So obviously all living things grow. However, they don't only grow up, do they? They can also grow out.
Yes.
Next is R again. What do you think this one might be?
I don't know.
Reproduce. So obviously living things need to reproduce to create more living things of that same species. For example, if a plant couldn't reproduce, we'd all be a little bit stuck, wouldn't we?
Yes.
Then we move on to E. What do you think E might be?
Environment?
Not quite. E is for excrete. So all living things excrete the waste from the food that they consume. And we're on to the last one, which is N. What do you think that might be?
Nutrition, what they need to eat.
Pretty close. So everything that lives obviously needs nutrition. So pretty much nailed it there. Obviously, as you said, everything that's living needs to consume nutrients to help for it to grow. Okay, now I've got two objects here. So we've got one non-living and one living. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you this rock and we're going to go through the checklist. So do you think that that rock, without you holding it, do you think that it would move?
No.
How about reproduce?
No.
Would it sense and respond?
No.
Would it grow?
No.
How about respire? Does it breathe?
No.
Excrete?
No.
Does it need nutrition?
No.
Excellent. So from our checklist, we have determined that this rock is in fact a non-living thing. How about this plant? Well, you go through the checklist. So what's our first one?
Move.
So do you think that if that plant was attached to its original bush, that it would move without you holding it?
Yes.
Yes? What about reproduce?
Yes, it would.
And sense and respond?
Yes.
How about grow?
Definitely.
Yeah, that was a bit of a silly question, wasn't it? Obviously a plant grows. Now, what about respire? Do you think a plant respires?
Yes.
Why do you think that?
Because obviously if there's any dead leaves, it gets rid of that waste.
Nearly. That's excrete. So obviously a plant excretes. So we've just established that.
Okay.
Now with respire, the plant takes elements out of the environment and then creates its own oxygen, which we then also use to breathe.
Yes.
So do you think a plant also needs nutrition?
Definitely.
Excellent. So today, do you think that this plant is a living thing?
Yes.
Yes? So we've established that a rock is
Non-living.
and a plant is
Living.
excellent. So do you think that our checklist that we've used today is useful for helping you determine whether something is living or non-living?
Very useful.
Excellent.